Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Wonders.
And Calvin.
Coach of Goinator, boy.
Guess what, boys? We're back on the horse.
It's December.
This is like everyone else is back at training now, Cal.
Oh, right.
We're here now. It's not even the old guys coming back early or anything like that.
Well, it is.
We are old. Well, we probably should have I don't reckon Dangerfield starts until after Christmas.
Or at all.
That's a fair call. We're back on the horse. We've been talking to the source, and we got fantasy leaks as a result.
It is. So it is the start of the pre-season really now. You can go back and listen to a podcast from about 6 weeks ago where we talked about the trade period.
Oh, we did too.
Don't forget about that.
I forgot about that.
Hit subscribe on your Apple Podcasts or follow or whatever they call it these days. Spotify as well. Thanks to all the people that sent through their Spotify most listened to podcasts for them for the year.
That was amazing.
And when you go, it says this many thousand minutes you listen to us, and I just feel like apologising.
I know. I felt a bit sick for them.
But you know what that reminded me of? The time we won a silver medal.
Oh, Calvin. I didn't think anyone would remember that. Did we win a silver medal?
A silver medal for the world's greatest podcast.
That's amazing.
Was that
isn't
the category?
It was the world's greatest podcast.
Oh, wow.
Silver medal.
Australian sports podcast. Yep.
I tell you what, so we came second, but we put up a better showing than the Swans.
Too right,
didn't we?
Yes.
Exactly.
On the big stage.
Oh, you know what? Next year it's gold. I'm sick of this silver rubbish.
Oh. Thank you to anyone that voted for us as well for the listener's choice. Made the top 10.
Yep.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we made the top 10.
And that's a shout out to the people. They got to be better than this. You've got to vote harder.
It's a great effort that we got that. We did that well, considering it's our off season.
Yes, true.
So our silver medal for the best sports podcast was voted on by
like experts, judges. People listen to it and go, that is that good. That it's a silver
medal. You know what? That's what made it amazing. As soon as I saw it was a panel, I thought, we are cooked.
I can't believe a panel had to sit there and listen to us.
They wouldn't have listened to much.
And then just give them a silver medal. Get them out of there.
It is amazing. I'm trying to be positive, but it doesn't actually sit that well with me.
No, I agree.
I feel like we lost.
There must have been someone on that panel must have won a hat.
Yeah, someone had our back. Someone fought for it. They had to convince like 69 other people that it's actually good.
All right.
Thank you to whoever that was.
Thank you. Hat winner.
Fantasy leaks. Oh, speaking of hats, there's only 97 this year.
That's not going to go down well with everyone.
People are going to be pissed with that.
They are, rightfully so.
Because
we
are locks for them this year. The way we have started this pre-season, the notes we've already taken.
That's it. It's switch on year.
We have got a hat each.
We're ahead of everybody.
We realised last year.
Oh, you cheat! Someone will give us that.
Well, I will bloody cheat this year. We'll stop at nothing for redemption.
How is that different from any other year?
That is true. I'll cheat more.
All right. Well, here's a cheat that you can have.
Right.
You can have $15.5 million.
How many can I have?
That much?
Yeah, you can have that as well.
Right.
Is everyone getting that?
Everyone's getting it. So that is the new salary cap. There's a fantasy leak for us.
Right.
That's the official salary cap. Okay. So that's the official AFL cap.
Right.
It might be like more decimal points on that 15 point. But
we need to fix it.
I think it's 15.5 flat for us. That's how it's going to work. Because I think it's like 15.54 or something.
It's actually 5.6.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be because it's rounding down, Cow. If it's 6, it'll round up.
Can't even play on.
Peanut. Right. So anyway, we are, that's the salary cap. That's all we know at this point because...
Is that all we know? Is that the only leak we've got?
Pretty much. I haven't got a lot today.
Jeez.
No, we've got a couple of things. So prices are now being calculated. So we only got these positions, was it yesterday?
Yeah. Hot off the press.
It was.
And well done on your release of those positions.
You don't mind.
Yes.
Doesn't he pick up where he left off? You think, fresh year, he might be a bit likeable.
No. How can I annoy everybody?
No, that wasn't annoying. People loved it.
No, they did not.
We got about 200 extra Twitter followers.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because you follow who you love to hate. And you nailed it.
It wasn't coming from me.
I know. And that makes it worse.
It does.
It didn't officially come from me either. Because I was at work. And those slides that were missed in that assembly was not because I was sending out those.
You would too.
Don't tell anyone.
But no, watching you do that,
yes.
I was like, I can see him smirking.
Well, what do you want me to do? Type them all in and just tweet out every single player.
Maybe a few relevant ones on a little list.
Send them the Excel that I got.
Oh, yeah. So, it just
Cheat.
applied to me.
Cheat. You saw it first. No, well done, dog, because it's
You
all
didn't get the
part of...
Excel document that said positions, and it was actually the rankings for next year as well.
Oh.
14th I finished next year.
Oh.
Roy,
Yeah.
you get 24th.
Oh, yeah?
Calvin, 99th.
I'll take it.
Yeah, no.
Hell yeah, take it.
Take 99. Cool on that, 99, I reckon.
Look, the thing is, though, I love the way you do it because there was buzz. There was buzz. Not all positive, but buzz is buzz.
Too right.
Buzz is buzz.
Right, there's a position. Position. What?
Okay.
They are out.
Yep.
So some of the other parts with prices have been calculated now, so it's up about 5%. Therefore, we don't know any price yet because I've got to crunch the numbers because prices and then that magic number, it's all actually determined a bit by the spread of the scores as well. So it's not just, if you've got if it's different from last year, it's not just they go up 5% or something like that. That comes into it because of total. I won't confuse you.
I'm so glad
I
I'm
don't
not
even
in charge of
understand.
that. Yeah, no, I could not do that.
But I'm tipping at the moment that the basement price is going to be about 200, and it might just be a clean 200. They just might make it that. So
that would look nice,
and therefore it'd be easy for us to remember.
It would.
And then that top pick, which was Cadman in the draft, 300k.
Right.
So it could be give or take some coin. Don't know what that coin would be, but we'll find out at some point.
They're very clean numbers.
Great if it was just that.
They look very nice.
Yeah, that 190. Come on,
I won't even have to turn my John Nash on for that. No,
you remember.
It'd just be like bang, 200.
Anyway, we'll find that out in the next week or so, and I might tweet out some
I
leaks of
cannot
that.
wait to watch how this happens.
Okay.
Now,
When are you pressing the green button
when
to
am I
launch
pressing
this thing?
So at the moment, what I've been told, the launch is apparently before Christmas, like it has been the last 2-3 years, whatever it has been. So, so I'm hoping at least we get a day before we knock off work to use company time to do that.
100%.
So we can have a bit of a play.
You are trying that hard to get us sacked from our other job.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Try not to.
Do it.
Then we could just say, Gil, we've been sacked.
Come on, man.
Just make us full-time fantasy experts. Right.
That should happen.
Because he's got all those jobs to do, Gil, before he finishes. Got to get the
got a
Tassie
lot.
team in.
We're on the list.
Got to fix up. I
Us?
think he needs to bump us up the priority list.
He does.
We need
We'd
3
be up there. We'd be
full-time
up there.
fantasy experts. All right. The other thing is that we know that there's a new thing coming out, AFL ID. So our logins are just going to essentially have this AFL ID, which is an all-encompassing thing. So it will become your single log-on or log-in to access a range of AFL digital products and services with additional features and benefits available in the near future. The sign-up process is fast and easy. And I had a look at it today. Roy, I don't think Calvin will even ask me what do I do next.
Is it that easy?
It's that easy. You pretty much click and go, yep.
Okay.
So you sign in like you'd sign into your fantasy and it's just
super
been
easy.
Oh. So that'll be there.
Be handy. You can use it to get in the pub and all sorts. Can you?
Yeah, probably.
If they've got footy on, you're allowed
That's
to.
it. Discount
That's what I
beers.
read.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
Calvinator,
Handy.
you will be able to do it. Everyone will be able to do that. So that's just something new and different, whatever. So the launch essentially before Christmas. That's the thing. Now the fixture, I think that comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
Does it?
And I try to get Travis Auld on the line.
Yeah. Any
Just
luck?
give us some because I want to get Cal started on the scale of hardness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you need that.
I never
That's
stop
part of
thinking
our
about
cheating
it.
requirement.
Too right.
But
Never stop
one
thinking.
day
we don't have it. So you could even be listening to this podcast and the fixtures out and go, oh, wicked, who's got such a good draw? We'll talk about that probably on the next podcast, obviously.
Okay.
So when you did a few releases of the positions and stuff like that, people were commenting. I'm into reading comments at the moment.
Yeah.
People were
You
commenting.
are, aren't you? Yeah.
People commented like, why don't you just release the fixture already? Like dog.
Oh, yeah, I did say
They know.
that.
They know. Some people know the truth
Just
about how
release
much
it.
power this man does have.
Well,
Mate,
I know a lot of stuff.
He's just
Round 1 of the fixture
Yeah, I saw that.
starts with Thursday night.
Yep.
Carlton and Richmond. Scoop.
Yeah, I know.
I know that came out a week ago. That came out when the Socceroos kicked off. Right.
I
right.
did too.
Dog's just trying to tell people that Dunkley is a mid-forward, right? And they want to know when the fixture is coming out and why you haven't done it.
Well, Pokey sent me a message today. What do you know? What do you know about the fixture? Oh, he wanted to book some flights before everyone else got. I said, I don't know, mate.
I reckon you do.
Jeez.
I
Come
reckon
on,
he
dog.
knows
What's
more
this
than he's letting
document?
on.
Okay, no, I don't know much at all.
Well, just release it. Jesus.
That Thursday night game, though, it's got relevant players.
It's massive.
Again,
It does.
Just
heap of relevant
still
players.
a decade ago, the flashbacks.
Of Relton.
Oh, the
gosh,
real.
that night.
Lock in that rookie.
One day we should do a whole podcast on what that night looked like for us. Actually, that day.
Yep.
It's where we almost need to live stream some stuff, I reckon, of how when things go like that.
That was just... anyway, for another day.
It is.
All right, let's get into the other fantasy leagues, which...
Here's the news of the week you need to know on the official AFL Fantasy podcast.
Calvin!
Could
It
not
is the
help
news
himself.
of the week.
Oh, God.
Actually, I've forgotten that doesn't say with Warn Dog.
Okay.
Actually, no, I need that on there. I need my name in there.
Okay.
All right, so this is news this week because it came out yesterday.
Go.
What? Oh, news.
Yes.
Position changes, Cal.
Right, okay.
We saw
It
some.
is pretty big.
It's massive.
And it's very relevant.
All right.
At the moment, yeah.
So we've got
Some
a
of the
bit
names.
going on with them. Yeah, a very large number of names. And,
Are you saying too many?
oh, no.
I was gonna
There probably were because
Can't
I
have
write
enough
an
of it.
article
No,
and that to,
hell no.
try to include relevant ones and all that.
There's plenty.
Let's start with probably the sad news, if you want to call it sad. The guys that are mid-only, so the ones that we might have lost some DPP from, whether they picked it up during last season or, Now, I'm going to say this is not bad news, and some people agreed on Twitter with the positive comments, Calvin, on Twitter that we do see.
Okay.
And that was that they're glad that Lachie Whitfield is mid-only.
Yeah, and the comment actually said, I'm glad Whitfield is mid-only because now Roy can stop talking about him in the preseason.
You are dead set, spot on.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that until
Yeah.
this moment.
Yeah.
I just assumed.
Yeah.
He was. So he's not. Got it.
Yeah.
He is
So
now-
he lost
I've
it.
already written about him for GWS. Defender, yeah. I'll be stuffed. Did they really say
They
that?
did say that.
God, I've got a problem.
You do?
With Lachie. Yeah, no,
we
this
all
is good.
trick ourselves into Lachie Whitfield.
Well, we don't
And
have
something
to
goes
this year.
wrong
Yeah.
every single time.
Do you know what? He's underpriced as a mid.
I'll tell you what, and in draft, pick him up early, he might get defender status.
Nah, he's gone from
Yeah.
that list.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Whoa,
others
whoa.
gone from that list as well is that defenders that we've been pretty we've had them over the years that lost it. Jack Crisp, that helps you as well.
Thank
Ronnie.
goodness.
Yeah.
Happy to see the back.
And also
respect.
Jaden Short as well.
Shorty.
So those two have lost it.
I'll tell you what, he'll get it back.
He will get it back.
Because there's no way he's hitting that midfield, and he was bad when he was in there,
Yeah.
especially from a fantasy point of view. But there is no room in there for him now.
No, there isn't.
So we'll pick him up underpriced.
Pendles picked it up last year, but he didn't hold it, so he's still mid only
Right.
as well. Right, who else? Oh, forwards that we lost. Bailey Smith.
Okay.
Do you know how close he was? Let me find this.
I didn't even think he'd be close.
I didn't think he'd be close.
Well, he was.
Wow.
Freako. Just one for your notes. Dogs Bailey Smith missed out on DPP by 0.6%. Bevo played him as a mid for 85% in the final versus Fremantle, a season high percentage.
In the final, what? The final counted.
Oh, yeah, because it's like
I didn't
a
know
season.
that. I thought they might just cut it.
Well, it's not about fantasy. It's actually about their
I
position
thought
for the
they
year.
would legit cut it at the fantasy. Yeah.
So, yeah, 0.6%.
Okay.
Wow, hey, I challenge.
Don't start on that. Do not start on that. There's a few people challenging. One of our mates, Kays,
No, I didn't think it
he
would be
challenged
close.
a little bit.
Did he?
Can't challenge Freako.
You can't challenge Freako, but
You can challenge anyone you like.
Kays didn't get the maths right on it.
Oh, didn't he?
no.
That hurt your argument.
Because I think Freako said, well, in the last 4 rounds, he played this much percent midfield.
Yeah.
Therefore, it knocked his 35% down under and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. He thought, you can't just count the last 4 games. No, the last 4 games contributed to him dropping below the 35.
Oh, no.
Okay, you don't need to rub it in, dog.
No, I think he knows. Sorry,
Sorry,
Kays.
maths teacher.
Sorry, Kays.
No, you will be sorry when he sees you next.
No,
Dead
I
dog,
probably should
whack.
cop it. I was going, no, but it was like Cal. It was like you when you go, no, this is right.
And it's wrong. I get that.
Yep. Anyway, there was a few like that, I suppose, along the way
Well,
where...
a few more fights on Twitter about it. Was there?
There were. Oh, people will fight. They will fight all about things. Other names. So Bailey Smith I mentioned. So remember we got Bont as well and Libber.
Yeah.
No, they don't have the forward status. There was a total of 150 DPPs. Freako tweeted out 149.
He did.
Do you know why it's 150?
No.
Because after he tweeted that out, Jed Anderson was picked up by the Suns.
Brilliant.
He's stuffed.
And
to raise the bat.
And he had
150.
He had mid-forward status.
In your face, Frico.
No, well, he didn't know. Frico was right at the time.
Yeah, I know that, but come on.
That's what it got to. So that's a nice clean number,
It
150
is.
to
Beautiful.
149.
These clean numbers are really exciting.
It's the year of... No, you're not finishing 99th. You're finishing 100, Cal. That's
110
going to happen.
Yeah, clean. Yeah.
Oh, no. I won't. If you're close to a hat, if you don't finish 101st, you get your own unlucky mug.
Yep.
I've got that ordered this week too for old mate.
Ah, good.
He'll enjoy
He
that.
wants it.
Yes.
Of course he does.
Well, who wouldn't?
I'd want it too.
Right, so now we start looking at the key ones.
Okay.
Who has defender status? Who has a forward status? So
have you released them all, or have you just done your drip thing?
I'm just
Have people seen them all yet?
No, not all of them. Only the ones that he let them see.
Gosh, you are
Deviant dog.
No, I'm not.
a unit.
I might try to get... I haven't had time. I've actually had to do real work. All right. You can't have an assembly
would
every
be
period of the day at
an
school.
exciting
where I
time
could
for you. Sorry. This would be... You're on here.
Okay.
You've just fed them a little bit.
Well, I want people to
looking.
listen to the podcast.
No, that's true.
You're not silver medal podcast for
See?
putting everything out on Twitter.
No, we need more buzz.
That's what
we
we
need more of that annoying buzz. Yeah, exactly
Right.
right.
So we're gonna have a draft.
Hit us up. Okay, that's a good idea.
Now, have you done what I told you to? Filter those positions by defender, defender mid, defender forward. I think there's a defender ruck in there.
Yeah,
as well.
and I'll tell you what, Roy, because it's an Excel spreadsheet, who showed you how to filter?
My Excel man.
Yep.
And that's you, Cal.
And who showed me?
Wait till you start learning about conditional formatting, Roy.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, trust me.
Can't even say it.
Scale of hardness.
Scale of hardness.
Right, so let's have a draft. Okay. We are going to look at the defenders
this is tricky.
and try to pick them what we think they'll be. So this is almost our first crack at draft rankings.
Okay, how many we do?
The three of us, 5 each. Let's do 15. Top 15.
There's
Go.
every chance
Far
this
out.
will be more accurate.
That probably goes down.
than
Yeah, I
when
know.
we've
We
convinced
should just
ourselves
write it
with
down
these
and leave
numbers.
this for the draft kit for February.
All right. God, this is
All right,
tough.
number
Tough.
one. Let's go in order. Roy, you can go first because you finished last this year out of us, so you get the first pick in this draft.
No, that's fair. I'm going Sam Doherty.
Nice one.
What's the average?
He might have a down year, 110.
I like it. Same
That's
as
what
last
he did
year.
last year, didn't he? Yeah, right. What did you go,
correct.
Cal?
I will go with Jack Sinclair, who will, I think, he could even be a little bit better than last year.
Can he?
I'll put him at about a 104.
What does Ross Lyon do?
Yeah, that's what worries me.
Well, he's picked number two.
That's why I wouldn't have done it.
Okay, but you don't have to do. Dog?
Oh, this is actually really tough to do this because I haven't given it any thought. So it was my idea, though, wasn't it?
You gave it some thought. You thought of it.
I'll go Angus Brayshaw. So he holds it. So he's defender
geez.
only. He's a gun,
Okay.
Okay.
isn't he?
Yeah, back to you, Roy.
All right.
Actually, you should
Thanks
maybe
for leaving
show
him on.
who's taken and not. Right. Where are you going, Roy?
Thanks for the gift, Nick Daicos.
Whoa.
Daicos.
So
Yeah.
Daicos holds it. I'll have to scroll down for him.
Yeah.
There he is.
I'm taking that.
Okay,
87
so
average. Cal.
was he sitting at 87?
Yeah.
Here's a stat for you, though, Roy, to pick it. He went at 94 since round 12,
Right.
which is what he's going to be, or better.
Right. So why'd you scoff at me?
No, I didn't. I love it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I will go with...
He's going to be fourth off the board of
Yeah,
defenders.
for me.
For you.
Yeah.
I will go
Or
with...
third because you didn't like Angus Brayshaw.
I really didn't like Angus.
No.
Yeah, no, third.
I'm going to go straight back
Maybe
here
second.
and go the third guy who averaged 100, and that was Jordan Dawson.
Yeah.
So they were the three that averaged 100, Doherty, Sinclair, Dawson.
And Dawson.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's an easy pick. Dog?
Right, I'm up. Geez. I'm going to go maybe a little left fieldish here is, not really left field, but Mitch Duncan.
It's interesting,
he's
isn't
a straight
He's got
defender.
defender status.
So you're
he was
going him
mid-forward last
before
year.
Tom Stewart.
No, I think we talked about that. Tom Stewart, you'd pick him before anyway.
So who are you going with?
No, I'm going Duncan just
All right.
because I've already said and I put a cross next to his name.
Right.
Yep, fair enough. I am going, because of the unbelievable amount of ball that is going to be
I'm with you.
in their defensive 50.
I love it.
I am going the sick dog, James Sicily,
Yep.
because they're going to get thumped and he will just need to just save the score from time to time with a lot of kick marks.
Right, I'll go with Tom Stewart then because he's the next one on the board and that's an easy pick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the next one on the board is Shannon Hearn and I'm not going anywhere near him.
No.
Oh, do you just go, maybe Isaac Cumming.
Yeah, he was good, 91.
Yep.
All right, take him.
Isaac Cumming there.
Yep, fair call. I'm going to go with... he always offers so much and sometimes delivers. Nah, I'm going left field. I'm going Hayden Young.
He finished well.
He did finish very well.
Yeah.
All right, I will go now with... I'm going old school with a bit of Jake Lloyd.
Had to. It was disrespectful
It
that
was.
it lasted this long.
Wandog?
Yes, it's tough from here. Let's go with... I'll go with... Just because he's there on the list, Dan Houston.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
He's got a ceiling. He might have a few big ones that keep him up there.
Gosh.
One more pick each, Roy.
Look at Aaron Hall sitting there.
Yeah, I think he still will sit there.
Draft for the whole year.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely
Is he
not
playing
doing
every
it.
game?
Hell no, I'm not doing it. Well, I don't know.
Well, he could.
Yeah, he certainly could. But I am going to go with Caleb Daniel, just sort of safe-ish.
Oh, would you go him over Bailey Dale?
What did I just do?
Bale?
What did I just do, dog?
You did, which
did it.
leaves me to go Bailey Dale.
Yeah, that was the right call.
It
Dog.
was
You were
probably.
right.
And, Dog, you get the last one here.
Oh, who were we talking about before that was way down the list?
Witho's still there.
No. Like, must have been real deep.
What about your
Salem.
Salem? And what about your Andy McGrath?
Oh, yeah. Andy
Himmelberg.
McGrath.
Himmelberg's still there, Roy. The Berg.
I'll go Andy
H-Berg.
McGrath.
The Berg is still there.
because he's got the defender
Oh,
forward status.
geez, I would have got him. Yeah, no, I would have got him before Caleb Daniel.
So the Berg's an interesting one. Priced at 80.
Yeah, no,
Defender
I am
forward.
not mucking around with that. I would have definitely done that. I couldn't be bothered scrolling.
If
down.
anyone was out there trying to write those pictures,
do not use those as your things. Now,
Well done.
I guess the other names in defenders that you can be thinking about, like, I guess we've seen, so McGrath and Duncan are probably big ones. Elliot Yeo is another one that probably
cheap.
makes that 15 if you could get on his body.
What's he played? Like, if he could get on his
played-
body.
Trust his body.
He's played-
I can't even say words yet. It's way too early
20
pre-season mode.
Fair call.
27 games in the last 3 years or something like
That's
that.
not good.
So he averaged 57 last year.
But he's so cheap for what he can do because of that.
Yep. 100%.
Brad Hill has defender forward status. Going back to the wing, they've said that.
Yes, they have.
And that's where he scored his best. Like, he's averaging the 90s there, I think, hasn't he?
Jake
Really
Bowie
good there.
held defender status too, Roy. So that's
What else would it have been? Can't get VFL status. So
What about the captain of your great club?
Hep Dog.
Heps. He's
Yeah,
there.
I think he's just now.
done,
He's
isn't
just
he?
an 80 guy for the rest of his career.
No.
Whatever that is. Right.
Correct.
Right, Roy. This might challenge you. Change your filters now, so it just has all the ones with FWD on there.
Holy hat.
Do you reckon you can do that?
No, but
I'll start it.
I'll give it a go.
Because we'll go the reverse order this time. Josh Dunkley, number one. He will be the number one pick. Oh, hang on, I should have done. Back.
Oh, yes.
New draft. This one is.
Yes.
Is for the forwards. And we've got Josh Dunkley. I think he could be significantly the best.
Yeah.
What does he average? 109.
He's a lot.
I think he's a lot more. I think he's 115.
Well, so he did that with a lot of forward.
He did.
time,
With enough
obviously,
forward. Yeah,
hence his-
35+%.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think he's going to play less forward time than that.
So do I.
With the Lions.
Yep.
And he's going to be huge.
100%.
We have to pick him.
He's not getting any
Like
attention.
one thing I noticed when I had a quick look at the list is there is a lot of great options there.
There are more forwards than I thought there were
Yeah.
going to. You know how we have a rookie scarcity every year, Cal?
Yes.
I thought we're not going to have any
Yeah.
forwards, but we are going to. Even for
We're
draft.
going to be forced to make a call because we can't spend all our money there.
No.
Anyway, have I got...
And we're talking draft as well with a lot of this. I think the big thing for that is that the numbers of players and the spread of them, for the forwards it was 322. The next best was defenders 274, then midfielders 265. It's really amazing that there's only 265 guys that have mid status. That includes mid forwards and defender
Really?
mids. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know how we've got like 6,
Yeah.
8
Yeah.
and then 6? Like it's...
That's fascinating. That's actually fascinating. Now, Cal,
So there's a lot of forwards that you can pick.
Yeah.
But then a lot don't score very well.
That is correct.
Am I going to have the next pick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Pick two.
I will go. Geez, this is a tough one, I reckon.
No,
I don't
it's
think
not.
it is.
It is.
I hope you stuff this up. Make it easy for me.
I am going to go with. Oh, geez, I'm a bit nervous now. I'm going to go with. See, you thinking Tim Taranto?
I'm not saying.
I'm not saying anything.
It's not Taranto.
What?
It's not Taranto. It's going to be.
Connor.
Can't wait for draftee day.
It's going.
Draft day.
I am going with Rosie.
What?
Thanks for the gift.
Yep.
Oh my God,
Yep.
Calvinator.
Yep, and he's going to be good
He's gone at 120.
He's gonna be good.
120 after his bye, dog.
till he gets injured.
I'm pretty sure it was 120.
He's better than Sam Walsh.
Didn't take long.
Right.
For the stupidity.
Roy, where are you going?
To return to the podcast, the second best podcast in Australia.
Second best podcast in the world.
I'm going Tim Taranto. Should have been number 2.
I'm not a big fan here.
Why?
Why
Because of
not?
the club?
Richmond cannot score.
Maybe
can,
they can
though.
now.
Well, can he?
I think so.
I am
He
just.
went at 114.
I'm just
saying
saying.
he
I'm just saying. Little flag, and I
He-
don't want to say it all pre-season, but I don't think he is.
I think he's going to be 90% midfield.
I definitely think
on
there's
the
a bit
ball.
of meat on the bone there.
Oh, it's the
100%.
classic. If we're talking classic, that 95, it's better than that.
It is, but I don't think it's anywhere near what we think it's going to
You
be.
got to go the. You got to go the.
It's better than Rosie,
You got to
though.
go.
Yes, it is.
Dunk, Taranto, Rosie,
I reckon they will be the 3 big dogs.
and then you just go
Rook.
Yeah.
Right, who do you go next?
Oh, my turn. I could go different because he won't be there when I get him back. But I'll just go Cornelio because we know he can score, and that lack of midfield.
Hey, that's,
he's got
that's
to
the
be
thing,
in there.
dog. He's going to have to be
Yes.
back in the game.
Too right he is. So he went at 98. Oh, he's going to be low hundreds. Anyway, he's in your team. Good pick. I will go my next one with... I'm going to go with Dylan Moore.
Yeah, obvious
Straightforward.
one.
Went at 93 last year, and without their mids there, he's going to get bulk time even more than
Yeah.
last year.
So with where we're at the moment, what have we given? 5. Is this bloke a top 6 forward? I've been saying it for years.
Which one?
The next one. Well, he's a top 5 forward based on average from last year.
Whose pick is it?
It's yours.
Oh, I'm going Zach Butters.
Oh, Butters.
Yeah,
Right.
you would.
Because I was going to say... I've been saying Heeney's a top...
Oh, you
He's
wouldn't.
5th on ranked.
That's-
He's the 5th best forward. I've said it for years.
You have.
He's a top 6.
I
That's
feel
where
so
he finally is now.
disrespectful.
So who are you going next then, dog?
Well, I'll go Heen Dog. I don't like it actually. I would not do that on draft day. I don't think.
No, I
So,
don't think you would either.
Next on
But
the
I'm
list,
going to.
next on the list on ranking his left is Isaac Smith, Gresham, Jed Anderson, Jeremy Cameron. I'm going past all them, and I'm going to go with the Himmelberg next, Roy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
as a forward.
Clever.
Well, he's still at the table.
Yeah, no.
Roy, where are you going?
I'm going to go for a bit of a breakout on someone who's already an outstanding talent. I'm
Whoa.
going Errol.
Errol.
Gooden.
Well, you know where I'm going. This is a ruck forward. Darcy Cameron.
Are you?
I don't
don't hate it.
No,
He's
I
their
don't
number
mind
1
it.
ruck.
Yeah. I hear you. I just thought he dropped off.
He did.
To the eye
I think he
test.
gave us a 30, didn't he?
Yeah, I remember that day. That's when everyone went, nah, we held on too long. But he bounced back all right from that.
Yeah, I think so. No, I'm going there anyway.
Okay. You do
Okay.
that. You do you, dog.
See, I'm looking at...
Because this is going down in history. This could be the podcast they listen to for next year
I
for the
still
gold
think
medal.
it will likely be more accurate than
Right,
what we
just because on draft day at this point I've had a few cans and I need a name, I will go with Zorko, although he's on my never again list.
Oh, you could not.
I am going Zorko. Done.
age not a factor.
Not a factor in my team,
At all.
Roy.
Well,
This
you
is
know
where
how
the
we
drop-off
said how
is.
strong it was.
Your
the
first
drop off
few-
is brutal.
You're going to have to hit. So draft day, I'm thinking you're going to have to hit your forward early
Oh, yeah.
to get someone that is a 90 plus.
As I said, the next one on our list here is Isaac Smith, Gresham, Anderson, Jeremy Cameron, Lipinski,
Yeah.
and then into Nick Martin. Like it goes.
He's good.
She's no,
He's good.
Yeah, it's no good at all.
Oh,
Like,
then Tex Walker. Thank you.
I've
Point
been
proven.
forced to look at the Lipinskis of the world, and I'm going with, as much as I don't like it, but I'm going to have to go with Gresham.
Yep.
Okay.
You're going to have to. Dog?
Right. So this is where we're going to have to pick almost that breakouty sort of guy, I reckon, aren't we? Oh, here you go. This bloke's back. Scroll down probably further than you blokes. Dusty.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah, God, hell yeah, I wouldn't hesitate.
He's got a
with
72
that.
next to his name. So that's one you bump up your draft order.
Oh, I think so. I'd like
He's
to
better
think
than
so.
72.
Yeah.
Is it me next?
Yeah.
Geez, house. I'm going to go with...
Just keep scrolling them. Obviously, someone.
No, I'm going to go
Is there anyone
with...
that didn't play all year that we should just
How
put
many
in?
left do we have?
I'm going...
Someone that averaged 30 for one game and that would normally be a...
Now, Jed Anderson, right? Averaged 83 last year.
Yes.
2 scores over 90 and they were massive 140s. That wins your draft. He's in my team.
And
I love it.
our Gold Coast Suns,
Oh, yeah.
they could use him, couldn't they?
Too right, they could use him.
They could.
He gave me a call the other
Not
day.
our Gold Coast Suns anymore. I cancelled that membership.
Oh, did you?
Yep. No direct debit this year.
Oh, there's a squirt.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry. Well, Cal, it might get us an extra couple of beers or something in the off-season.
Sold. Play on.
Is that part of the podcast?
Don't know.
Goodness,
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
Awkward.
Okay.
Fiona's-
No, they could win us back. They could buy us back.
Fiona is going to be furious.
Yeah, sorry, Fiona.
She is. Rightfully so.
Yep.
No Christmas card this year
No,
from Fiona.
I don't think so.
Okay. My pick, I'm going with, their midfield is decimated. Toby Green has to spend a little bit more time in there.
I like it.
I'm going Toby.
All right. Is that it?
I don't know.
I think it's close enough.
That's close
Let's
enough.
move
We've
on to
heard
the
enough.
next
It's getting
position.
boring as hell.
The only other one I'd put in there closer next to him,
Yeah.
if we know more about Brad Hill,
Yeah.
what he does.
Oh, it's certainly a name.
That'll be
to
good.
talk about, yep.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh,
What's next
God.
on the list, Doug?
So much.
Zach,
They
Are
weren't.
we back after this break? Is there a break?
There's no
There'll be
breaks.
a little noise, I reckon, and then
Yep.
we'll talk to someone. Now, we saw the draft a couple of weeks ago, boys, and that is where we find a bit of our fresh meat for fantasy
We do.
football. We try to find our cash cows, and we've got a great cow with us. Not you, Calvin.
See, that's
we've
a bit
got
off.
Better cow.
a better cow.
Okay.
Cal Twomey, the rookie expert, the guru. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's been a big couple of weeks, and it's a pleasure to have my final commitment with you guys this year.
You'll be ready to put your feet up.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Why
you've
not?
had a big couple of weeks then. So obviously it's a big year because you're looking at these guys all the way through the year. But the last couple of weeks have been intense. We've really enjoyed the content, and the shows were fantastic in draft week.
Cheers. No, it was good fun. We obviously try and build it up every year, and draft night countdown has become a bit of a staple of the lead up to the draft, and then of course draft night live and all the fun with Riley and Nat and Sarah and the crew. So yeah, it was good buy-in from the clubs and the players this year, and hopefully we'll be back bigger and better next year. But it's obviously a long lead in, and this year the draft was pushed back a week as well. So it sort of felt like we're probably ready for the draft to happen once it got there. And now that it's done, we move on pretty quickly to 2023's crop and what that looks like.
Yeah, so one cow to another. Talking about the cash cows here, Roy. See what I did there? Now, we need to know, mate, which rookies do you think are going to play round one?
Well, I reckon there'll be a few. So I imagine that Nick Daicos was probably the most picked player in last year's competition, but I think Will Ashcroft would be one of the most selected in next year. It'd be silly not to have him in your squad. I know he'll cost a bomb for a first-year player, but he's too good to miss, average 34 disposals. So he'll play, and I've got no doubt that he'll play and get the ball 20. No matter what position he plays for Brisbane next year, if it's in the midfield, if it's on a wing, or if it's on a flank, he'll get plenty of the ball because that's what he does. I think we'll see George Wardlaw a lot as well, and, barring any injury, and I think he's well and truly past that now, he'll be playing a fair bit of footy for North Melbourne straight away and make an impact because that's the type of player he is.
Yeah,
I
and
think
anyone
Cam
gets a game
McKenzie-
with North Melbourne, don't they? Like, those guys just walk straight into that team, let's be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, Tom Powell was in and out the last couple of
Yeah,
years.
touche.
So, he was a first-round pick. So, look, you have to earn your stripes, and a new coach will be making sure of that. But Cam McKenzie for the Hawks will be in the same boat. I expect to see him a bit. Look, Jhye Clark's going to be ready. Whether he's going to be able to break into that midfield is maybe another thing for Geelong. I think the two West Coast boys will see a fair bit off early doors in Ruben Jimby and also Elijah Hewitt. Both played senior footy in the Waffle this year. Both physically big enough and powerful enough and have pace to play in a few different positions. So there are probably a few of the top end guys. So I think we'll see a fair bit off in the first part of the rounds, and will be round one chances for sure.
Much like Daicos, you said Ashcroft will probably come in and, it won't be a hard watch because he will find plenty of the ball. Is there anyone else in the crop that you think has a bit of fantasy potential in their game?
Yeah, plenty. I didn't mention Aaron Cadman, of course, and he, I think, will play a lot of footy early. Maybe it's a little bit of a different case. Obviously, he's a key forward, but he is a key forward who gets the footy, and that's a bit of a point of difference to how he plays. He's a guy who moves up and down the ground. He averaged 18 or so touches NAB League level this year, so he's not afraid to move up and down the field, and that comes from his wing background as well, playing as a midfielder coming through. Look, I think Matthias Philippou will play and be able to get some points for people who pick him up because he's going to be able to bring something a little bit different to what the Saints have. So he's a player that I think we'll see a fair bit off. And I haven't mentioned a couple of my favourites as well in Elijah Sardas, who is a natural ball winner. And I think that if he can break into that Essendon team, and look, that midfield is a pretty good midfield when they're all up and going.
A stacked midfield.
It is not stacked.
It is.
He might need to break in some other way, but he does offer a point of difference, and he's a natural ball getter. And then Bailey Humphrey's a little bit different again, and probably starts his career as a half forward for the Suns. But if I'm picking for a keeper league down the track, I'd be banking pretty comfortably on Bailey Humphrey because I reckon he's going to be a star of this year's crop.
Well, a couple of those names there with Humphrey and Philippou, they've both got dual position status, so the mid-forward status, so that's always handy to be able to get some of our cash cows, not in the midfield because we always want to cram that full of all the big dogs.
Right.
But we also have the Harry Sheasel there as well. He's got the forward status. Will he be much of a scorer because he might be every opportunity to get a game there for North as well?
Of course he is, dog.
Yeah, I think we'll see a bit of Harry next year. It's a different role. He's going to play as a half forward, but and that'll be his starting position. And look, in time, he might be playing more through the midfield. He did a bit of that on under 18 level for Sandringham at stages this year, but he'll be a half forward. Do those guys, you'd know better than me, do they naturally come in and be big scorers at fantasy level? Not sure, but he definitely will be able to kick a fair few goals next year, and he will. I think he'll hit the scoreboard pretty heavily from day one, Harry. So he's one.
Well, in round 9 of the NAB League there, he had 37 touches for a score of 159.
Yeah,
It's impressive.
Very impressive.
That's good, yeah. Well, that's the thing you do say about sort of these guys that might be slow burns. We were probably blessed a little bit last year, obviously, with Daicos, but even Horn Francis, they pumped out decent scores for us, and it was looking pretty good. So I guess Ashcroft's the big one for that. He will cost a bomb because, as we know, the early draftees cost a lot, but we do think a fair bit about our keeper leagues now, and a lot of leagues will be having their draft in February or March, and a lot of the times you're taking some of these draftees because your league, that's how your league's set up. So with the long term, I guess Ashcroft's probably still the number one long term option. Jhye Clark, would he be one that you could stash away? Would he be the other one that you mentioned? It might be hard to get into that Cats side, but do you think he'll be a good scorer in the future?
Absolutely. I'm a big Jhye Clark fan. Look, he's a guy who'll probably average 25 touches for his whole career and just do it on the bit. He's a quality player. And look, I think we will see a bit of him at AFL level, but he's obviously going to be competing for a midfield spot amongst the premiership midfield, but also you throw in Jack Bowes, Tanner Bruin into that mix as well. Max Holmes comes back as well on a wing. So there's a few names that will probably start ahead of him in that front, but he won't take long to be in that side, I think. So he's a player who I would put some stocks into the future. I think Ollie Hollands is another one of those too. Like his second half of the year playing on the wing showed his ability to get up and down the ground and be a ball getter as well. Probably wasn't as much in the first half of the season, playing with some injury there. But whether he comes in straight away to Callum's mix, he's still reasonably lightly framed, but has the running capacity to make an impact and help and do a job there. Harry Ralston's another one who, a little bit off Broadway, to be honest, because he's an academy player with the Giants, but a ball getter who, you look at this Giants midfield too, they lost three midfielders in the trade period. So there's going to be some opportunities amongst that group. The last one who sort of comes to mind on this front as well is Ed Allen, who averaged 24 touches or something over the last 6 or 7 weeks of the season playing for Claremont. He's a wingman, inside midfielder. That's what he wants to be. But I think there's going to be a fair bit of time and development put into his body before he's playing that sort of role at AFL level. So that one might be one to keep an eye on down the track. But yeah, a quality prospect. So and not to mention, or not to forget, Jasper Fletcher as well. I don't think we'll see him as much early next year. He's going to miss a couple of months of pre-season with a back injury, so he might be a bit of a slow burn in comparison to Will, but he's just a quality ball finder and user of the footy as well for the Allies and Brisbane's Academy this year.
Brilliant, mate. There are a lot of names there.
Well, every year, Dog, you say there's no rookies to choose from, and Cal tells us there's going to be bloody plenty of them.
Well, let's hope so. We might catch up with you closer to round one and see how things are looking, because I think some of our rookies as well last year did come out of some of those SSP signings. Think about Nick Martin.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember his round 1 score?
Yeah.
You know how
I remember when a mate stitched me up.
Yep.
A mate. Allegedly.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, we might find some of those guys coming through. Cal, congratulations on your awesome 2022 draft, because you are the doyen.
What was
genius.
it? 13.
13.
Was that a nerve-wracking experience?
It's nervous before. I wasn't nervous after 11 had gone through, but I was happy enough at that point. But you do get a little bit nervous because your reputation's on the line to some degree, but it's all's well that ends well. You're only as good as your last one.
Well, we know the hype is real about what you do. I reckon there's that ESPN 30 for 30 doco about Cal. He had that mini one. That was great on social media during the week. Good. So watching you on the phone and doing your hard work. So we appreciate it. Fantasy coaches appreciate it. All footy fans do love your work, Cal. So thanks, mate, and enjoy your off-season. And we'll be back ready to go for a big 2023. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Massive thanks there to Callum Twomey, the better cow.
No, sometimes there's two cows are better than one, Roy.
Yeah.
And on this occasion, it proved to be correct.
So great intel there, and it's probably going to... We'll see a fair bit play out over the next couple of months before that round one, which I think we're down to about 96 days or so before that. Something like that.
Plenty of time.
So he threw out a few names.
He did, right.
A bloody lot of names.
A lot. I'm going to have to go back and write those names down again.
It got me excited because, Warn Dogs, no, there's no rookies.
Yes.
No rookies going to play.
Well, it sounds like there's going to be...
Thing is, there's going to be...
plenty.
Every rookie player.
They're just draftees. We might have other rookies because there'll be rookie prize players, blokes that have been on a list for a year and all that sort of stuff.
So you can rest easy.
Do you think there's a lot of rookies?
Because after what Cal just said and now you've said that...
I reckon each club will debut 10 each.
Okay.
In round one.
No reason to
So
panic.
Will Ashcroft, he went at 118.
Can find the pill.
118 in the
He's your number one pick
Yes.
of the draftees when it comes to your keeper league, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Here's a couple of
Because he'll
other...
play as well.
Very early, yes.
And he's just that good.
Yeah.
Here's a couple of other scorers. So Billy Dowling went to the Crows, pick number 43. Now, Crows surely walks in straight into the midfield there. In the Sandful Colts, and you're like, that's not a real comp. And you know what? You're right. It's not a real comp.
If you can find the pill, you can find the pill.
You can. 126 he went at from his 12 games.
That's enough.
That Philippou dude that's gone to the Saints.
How do you say his first name, Cal?
Matats. So he went at 123.
He's a legend. You need to listen to his interviews. Got the mid-forward status too.
He talked up Jhye Clark a lot. So in the
he's the Joel Selwood, isn't he?
Yeah,
yes,
but
he's
not getting into that team anytime soon. But he went at 101 in the NAB League, which is, as we know, that's a real one. One he didn't mention here, Roy, was your boy, Lachie Cowan.
Yes.
So he went at
Cowan.
Beg your pardon?
I thought you would have got it.
Another
of all
cow.
people.
I thought he was a cash cow.
He's well, he's got the name for it.
So in the NAB
Tassie boy.
League, for the Tassie Devils, the Tassie Devils, he went at 100.
Yeah, he did. And
to Colt.
And that's the only problem with it.
Is that a problem?
Well, it's a problem because it's tough to break into.
Roy reckoned he wasn't even going to get in their VFL team. They're that good.
Oh, okay.
Now, I never took it that far because I'm a fan of Cowan.
Yeah.
Cowan. No, I think if he's given the chance, I think he's going to rack up some numbers.
I think he will too.
He's he's a gun. So I'm very excited as a Carlton supporter and as a fantasy coach who will be looking to pick him up as soon as I can.
Now, speaking of numbers, Dog.
Yeah.
We're about to talk to somebody.
We are. But these numbers here, if you want to check out some good stuff, we've got our mate Hef at the Keeper League.
Yes.
Go and check out the content.
Best in the business.
Just quietly, very good.
Yeah, and we'll see what we can get. I reckon Freako might be able to help us out with some numbers as well over this pre-season, so stay tuned.
Especially after you've been sticking up for Freako. when people attack him and that.
That's right.
Exactly. He's got his back.
You boys.
What?
You guys
Just
are
be
tight.
nice to people everywhere.
You are not.
Something you should try to
Hey,
do, Cal.
I'm nice to everybody. I'm nice to this bloke we're about to talk to.
Yes, for good
right.
reason.
Too right.
I smell bacon. Now, boys, the biggest move of the trade period, especially for us,
Of course, for
Hell
us.
yeah.
seeing our pig, Tom Mitchell, go from
Yes.
the Hawks where... Well, we'll get to him in a
He's
moment.
been freed.
He's
Yes,
been freed.
let's be
That's what I call it.
honest.
He's now at Collinwood. Welcome to the podcast today, Tommy Mitchell.
Thank you, boys. Good to be back on.
Well, mate.
It is.
Is it good to be out of the old little pig pen and into a new one? Have you got some nicer grass or better mud to run around in?
Yeah, a bit more mud and a few more little treats laying around the pen. So hopefully that can convert to some points for you guys.
Now, are those things laying around the pen CBAs, mate?
What was that?
Laying around the pen, is there a few set of bounce attendants coming your way?
yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah, let's hope
hopefully
so.
there's a few more. I need to get up with the abbreviation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
hopefully there's a few
Sorry,
few CBAs lying around.
Yeah.
They're always good to be in, and they always, I guess, are good for fantasy coaches as well. So hopefully I'm in a few more of them.
Oh, look, we were that excited, mate,
Oh, yeah.
because, well, and I obviously owned you last year, and it was a tough watch. Like, you don't have to go into it, but some of the roles you were playing, man, oh, man, it was frustrating. It was ridiculous. They weren't utilising your snout
No,
at all,
they
one
were
iota.
not.
And then, of all places to go,
Oh,
the pig, the snout originated
Yes.
with Dane Swan, and then to see you in the stripes,
yep.
the right coloured stripes.
Yes.
It's really exciting for us. Are you sharing that excitement?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm super excited. Last year was obviously a bit of a challenge for a number of different reasons, but I feel pretty rejuvenated and refreshed to have a fresh start at a club like Collingwood. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome feeling, such a big club. I don't think I'll ever live up to the number 36 that you guys are referring to, but to be wearing black and white feels pretty good.
Well, that was where I was going with that because I haven't been up to date with your number yet, Tom. Surely Dane Swan comes down to the club, you rub snouts together, you swap over number 36. What chances are you of wearing the number 36?
I don't think any chance. I don't know who actually wears it. I'm not sure if it's taken or not.
It's
But
probably retired.
we actually find out our number gets confirmed tomorrow. So that'll be known tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it.
He knows it now.
I know it. I'm actually not sure if I'm allowed to say it, so I better not.
Yeah. New club,
but
you
that'll be
better
out tomorrow.
behave.
And that's the thing, Tom. No one listens to this podcast, only silver medalists.
Yes, exactly.
Now, did you see, Tom, the respect you were getting from
Oh, yes, he would have.
the old school pig Dane Swan on social media?
I didn't actually. What did he have to say?
Oh, he fully embraced the
Yes.
snout moving
Yep,
across.
he did.
And he was hoping for the 36.
Yeah, he ticked it off.
Yeah, he did.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know about that. Well, maybe I'll have to make a request to the club and change what they've ever given me if
Last
that's the
minute.
case.
Last minute.
Yeah, last minute
That would
swap.
be epic. That would be epic.
Oh, well, Cal's good on the iron. He might be able to go and come along and fix that up tomorrow and add an extra number or something along the way. All right, so how has it been? You've been back at training. I think you guys officially started this week, but you know those feel-good stories we hear, the veterans go back early and look after little kids. You've been one of those guys.
Yeah, it always seems like, you go back and in the media, it's normally the big names like, Paddy Cripps has gone back to training early, but it's pretty much everyone goes back to training early. They just like to...
These guys go
They
back
just
to
like to
work, you
mention
know.
the bigger
Like
names.
it's, back at work.
So I guess probably different to most players. I feel like most players do go back early just to do the main sessions and then sort of get out of there. You don't have to stay around for the whole day, but I was a little bit different. As soon as I got back to Melbourne, from overseas, I started joining in all the off-season sessions as well. So we were meeting up in groups of 6 to 8, and it was pretty much all the Collingwood boys who were getting around all of us new boys and inviting us, and we had a big WhatsApp group going. So before we officially started, I probably knew more than half the group, so it made the transition really easy.
Compared to last year at this time, how is the body feeling?
I can't remember what I was feeling like this time last year, but I know that this time this year, or right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty fit and lean, and I feel like I'm going to be able to cover the ground pretty well with the way all the boys are training and the program they've got in place for us. So if I can hold myself in one piece, hopefully it should be a good year for the club.
Now, I know they say pigs can't fly, Tom, but you were flying around the track in the time trial the other day. How close to PBs are you?
I've actually never done a time trial. You wouldn't believe that, but I never really did one at Hawthorn. Yeah, they need to make some sort of pig test. I got rid of that, but yeah, at Hawthorn we did some different testing, like some more shuttle-based testing. So I never actually have done a 2K. I did a 2K with the group, and I'd say about half the group did the test, and yeah, it was more of a gauge, just to not so much of a test, but just to see what sort of running group you get broken out into. So yeah, I didn't break any records, but I wasn't in the top 5, but I was thereabouts.
Sounds like you did well.
Passed the eye test, Roy.
Oh, 100% he passed the eye test. He was flying.
He was flying.
Now, who's impressed you so far on the track? So Calvin has been, we want more centre bouncers. That's what we want to see and all that sort of stuff. However, who's impressed you and who do you think might be in that midfield mix? Would you see yourself in those top couple for most centre bouncers for the Pies this year?
Please, dog. Yes,
You've been back since Monday, dog.
Well, I'm wondering, is it you and Taylor Adams are two main bulls in there? That's my question.
I don't know, and I'm not sure. I think it'll be we've got such a deep midfield. Like you throw in obviously Pendles and Crisp and DeGoey when he's in there, and there's a number of guys that are going to roll through. So I think the benefit of that is that we'll have a lot of different combinations. So I think we'll have to figure out what works best for the midfield. But I think it's a pretty deep midfield, so that's going to be really good for the entire team. So it's not just about myself and Taylor; it's about us as a collective and how we can win more of those, because I think the club has addressed that that's an area we want to improve in, and so it'll be a collective buy-in to try and do that. In terms of players that have really impressed me, some guys who I didn't know a lot about, but since I've been training with them, Isaac Quain is one he's as fit as I've ever seen an athlete. He broke the beep test the other day, actually, so I've never seen that before.
Holy
yeah, it was a different sort of beep test, but the tape actually broke, so he beat it. Which was incredible.
Who had to get the pencil out and start winding it back in? Is that what they had to do?
That's unreal.
That's elite. Yeah, it was pretty elite to watch. So awesome. He's one to look out for sure. Johnny Noble's another one. These guys who are just really strong role players and do their bit, but the way they work and train's really impressive.
Now, Daicos had a massive debut season. Can you see him continuing just to rise? Because he was 87 average last year. Pretty awesome debut. And then, actually, a bit pig-like. Your debut, what was that? A 90 average in your debut season. So maybe got a little... he could get a snout as well one day. Do you see him as just continuing on his run?
I think so, yeah. He's pretty naturally gifted, and to match that, he's got the work ethic and the drive and desire to be a great player. So he already is that in 1 year, which is pretty awesome to see the way he goes about it. So yeah, I expect him to just continue to do what he does. He's a great talent and really good character. So is his brother Josh. Actually, he's another one that's really impressed me. He's such a smooth mover. I'd say he's probably the best kick at the club from what I've seen so far. So he's just a guy that we want to get, or both those boys, we want to get the ball in their hands so they can do their thing.
And just before we let you go, mate, Roy's got a question here, but he wants me to ask it. So, Jack Crisp this year, has he got peroxide hair or normal hair?
No, he's normal at the moment.
There you go, Roy.
Right.
He's back.
He's back, all right.
What do you prefer him in? Would you like the peroxide or not?
Keep him away from the peroxide.
Yeah, just normal.
Roy said it cost him a hat when he peroxided his hair a couple of seasons ago.
He lost the plot.
Yeah, he did.
It's not good for him. It doesn't react well at all.
Pass it on, Tom.
Now, Tom, just before you go, so obviously you would know as well as anyone that your numbers dipped a little bit, like under 100, and we don't see you under 100 unless we're playing 16-minute quarters and there's a bloody global pandemic. Now, we obviously project you to go back up over that 100 mark. Is that where you're seeing yourself?
I don't know. Again, I don't really.
Come on, Tom, be a pig, mate. You know where you're going.
I'll say yes just to keep the boys happy. So I think feeling pretty good, and hopefully can find my best form. But more importantly, hopefully that fits into how the team was playing last year and can add some value and really complement guys like DeGoey and Chris and the Daicos boys and Lipinski and these guys around me, and hopefully I can do my thing to get the ball in their hands and then let them do their thing.
So about 110.
Yeah, about 110.
Lock it in. Thanks, Tommy. Now, just before we go as well, Ball Magnets is absolutely flying. We're big basketball fans. Got Josh Giddey on board. He's a bit of a pig in the NBA
He
for us.
fills
He's
it
actually
up.
been hitting some nice stat lines along the way.
100%.
Been great working with him.
Yeah, it's been awesome. If there was, well, I'm sure there is NBA fantasy, but he's pretty good at putting up a few triple doubles and double doubles. So I'm sure he'd be a pig in his own right. But it's been awesome that he's been able to join Ball Magnets and run the basketball category on the app. So we had our big launch in Melbourne last week, and over the off season, Cripper and I were in OKC and did about 3 days of content with him. And there's some pretty cool behind the scenes stuff that'll be coming. So that's obviously always on the Ball Magnets app, which is free still. So yeah, we'll be releasing some more cool videos in the next few weeks, which would be awesome.
Awesome. There we
Get around, it's very good. Ball Magnets, very cool, especially for footy as well. You've now got 3 Brownlow medalists after
How
Cripper got
about
on
that?
board.
That's unreal.
Did he ask for a pay rise?
He would have, yes.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Thanks very much, Tommy. Appreciate your time and enjoy the next couple of weeks before Christmas, and then get ready for big 2023 season because we are all locking you in our sides.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Legend.
There we are, boys. What a great podcast. Couple of great guests there. Thanks, Tommy Mitchell.
How good's the pig?
He's good.
He's so
I think
good.
he's set.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
You said 110?
Yeah, and I think that is a safe platform for him to launch.
He had to answer.
We might talk to
Yeah.
him again and get
Yeah.
a little bit more of the lay of the land there because he probably doesn't know it all. But there's that Collingwood game style that has changed.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's
and
something-
that is the fear. But then you just think back to
He's priced at 96.
look what they made him do last year.
Yep.
The Pies haven't got him in to do that.
He's had 2 years where he's averaged 30 more.
You know what it is? Last year, animal cruelty.
It was. It was. RSPCA.
Right, I'm going to contact them.
100% you should.
Also, thank you to Callum Twomey.
Yes.
Very good.
Yep,
Still the better cow on this podcast.
I will
today.
take that, yes.
Very good with his rookies.
Very good.
Very good. Plenty of things. The notes to take down from that is actually
There is a lot of
plentiful.
names.
We'll have to do a bit of work.
Like he'll get writer's cramp.
He will.
He reeled off a lot of names. And I liked it.
Yep.
What else? That's it.
That's about it. So we've got
So where
stuff
we are
going
at the
up,
moment,
though.
we're actually starting our work pretty well to let people in behind the curtain of our Fantasy HQ office here.
That week was a nice holiday, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
A week off.
So we've got launch the week before Christmas. Articles will start happening, pumping out
Oh, and look,
about things.
just be warned. With these club articles that come out, right?
Yeah.
They start at the bottom.
Yeah, I've got North Melbourne this year.
Sucked in.
I can't believe I didn't
that's
fix
an
that for
interesting-
myself. There's some players though. Clarko,
West Coast I've got. Just kick it off.
Really?
Elliot Yo,
Yeah.
Gaffy. You've got your mates. You've got plenty of your mates
They're
in
my
there.
old school mates.
Interesting way to create buzz.
I know.
Dog.
Are we
Is this
gonna-
how we do it?
Are we going to get any prices soon, Warren?
Oh, we should.
And how are you going to buzz them?
I'm going to send a tweet every 3.5 minutes.
Google, what is the most annoying way to release something? Oh, that looks
Slow and steady.
Look,
good. You torment people.
That
That's
wasn't
the problem.
tormenting.
You torment them.
You do.
you were tormented only because you're. You needed your Ritalin, Calvin. That needed to settle you down. Your bloody ADHD wasn't working for us. So we've got, that all happening.
That's
Those
all right.
Club things will happen after. You'll have your first. Oh, Boxing Day will be the first one.
Yep.
Wake up, bit of Boxing Day.
Oh,
Sweet.
wicked. Look what I've got.
North Melbourne. What a great way to start it.
Back to bed.
Cool.
It'll have about as much buzz as a bee without a stinger.
Or wings.
She's cooked.
I think the buzz comes from the wings.
I reckon going back to that last podcast, I don't reckon many people.
But they
could.
die without a stinger. There's no buzz.
The buzz from the wings.
Right.
Has to. Oh, unless they do it with their mouth. Zzz.
I'm saying there'll be no buzz
Is
if
that-
they
how
didn't
do they
have their
make their
sting, because
noise?
the wings don't work if
With
they
the
don't have their
wings.
sting.
It's wings. It's not their mouth.
They're dead.
Yeah. But it's their mouth and their wings.
That make the buzz noise.
the wings and the mouth go zzz
God,
together.
we've limped to the finish line.
We have. Switch it over, dog.
Have we got to an hour? I don't know.
I hope not.
most people couldn't.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
That's still on there from last time. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, whatever it's called these days, Spotify. Get your listening hours up so you put us in your wrap next year and see what that looks like. And anyway, we'll be back very soon for our Christmas special podcast with hopefully prices. We might only be about 40 prices in by then.
Holy,
Then we will be.
holy
There'll be
shit balls.
heaps of
Listen to
buzz.
this. Look at this. I just Googled, right? Bees, the buzzing comes from the wings, right, as
Yes.
you'd expect. They go a mind-blowing 230 times a second. No wonder they buzz. Jesus.
Do you know we've got a beehive at our house?
No,
Do you? How many?
You know, come like one beehive, but there's like thousands in there.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know, yeah.
You wouldn't just have one living in there, would you? Turn it off. People have had it up. We're dropping back to a bronze medal now.
Have you got the Queen? Can you get access to the Queen?
No, there's like a little thing to look in. I don't go anywhere near them because
You're
they
scared.
want to bite me, I reckon.
sting you.
They sting
They
you.
don't bite.
Do you know they don't sting the people they like?
Well, they apparently they learn you. They
Yeah.
understand who you are.
They know who you are and still sting.
Too right, they would. They'd be lining
go
up.
there.
Do you have the honey?
Yeah, Joe's got some honey out of it. It's good. I don't know what they're
Talk
eating.
about a tight
Natural.
ass. Just go buy it from the shop.
Well, that's what I said. I said, do you know how much that this honey is costing us?
Yeah.
She got chooks. Oh, we'll get eggs all the time.
Yeah.
I can still go to IGA and get them for bloody $3 for whatever.
Farmer Joe.
And I'm happy to go there to do
This is
that.
all making more sense, though.
It is.
The Buzzman actually has bees.
You should see me when I put on the suit.
You
Well,
would.
you do not.
We've got a suit.
Do you wear it?
I think I've worn it once. However,
How did I not know
I might
this?
make one of you guys wear it for a green vest punishment this year.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna bring punishments in this
They
year.
don't know me.
Do you have the smoke?
Yeah,
Oh my God. This is getting out of control.
you should come and do it one day. How bad would he be at actually?
I'd be
doing
great.
it?
No, this would be bad.
You're good at smoking, dog. You'd be fantastic at it.
You don't. Right, it's game over. We've had enough.
Right.
Losing the plot.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. All right. Bronze medal. Thank you.
I don't reckon we'll even rank
Nah,
anywhere.
we're out.
See ya. Wow.